lobbying regulators, not so much to change the law, but to clarify it, like to tell us what it is that we need to do so that someone doesn't come down 2 years later and say, hey, what you were doing completely in the open and completely transparently for the last 4 years was illegal from day one, and you should have known that. And we're like, we meet with you like every week about what we're doing, and now you're telling us we should have realized 4 years ago that it was fundamentally and completely illegal? Like, that doesn't make any sense. And so
going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we could have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. Now, guys, I told you in 2023 in the first quarter, we would get an event. And now we have the banking collapse, which the master magicians pulled off the perfect distraction. And at the end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, guys, we're going to have another main event. Now, of course, the markets will still pump and dump until we get that next crisis. Guys, we know they're going to pull that rug. And all we have to do is watch the Fed to know exactly when that's about to happen. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. We all know this channel is shadow banned. Now, guys, in my Patreon, I keep you up to date with the New World Order events, and then also I give you the New World Order cryptos. But of course, you have to do your own research. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And guys, we have Bitcoin and crypto slightly pulling back. We have the stock market pumping, even though CPI numbers came in hot. And we have the mainstream media ignoring it. Now we had Sophie reveals $170 million in crypto holdings Q2. And we're going to see a lot more banks engaging in crypto. And that's the reason why the Fed is going to be looking over those activities. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget to pay attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates slightly down. Of course, that's helping the stock market big time. Dollar is slightly down. We have volume in crypto down. We have Tether, USDC. And of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at 1.79 trillion, and we know the central banks are raising rates and run off the balance sheet in order to destroy this legacy market so the fourth industrial revolution can rise. Whether robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. Now, guys, we have the India Central Bank proposes AI-powered conversational payment system. And yes, you heard that correct. And we know why. They're getting ready for the machine takeover. That type of technology is not needed for humanity. And then also, they want to use crypto tokens to digitally sign documents. And guys, we know everything's going to be tokenized and put on blockchain. And those who've been with me from the beginning know I did a video about DocuSign and real estate. So guys, you're talking about blockchain, tokenization, digital assets, smart contracts, and you put that all together and you don't need a human involved in the transaction. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, guys, do not forget about Grayscale, sending about $24.5 billion. But getting over into a little crypto news, we have why Binance is abandoning most of Europe. And guys, we know they're creating the two sides, but don't forget with the new Europe crypto laws, they only need approval in one country in order to do business in the rest. Do not forget that. Now, guys, we have PancakeSwap expands to Ethereum 2 Arbitrum 1. Now, we have Democrat Maxine Waters playing the Hegelian dialectic. Voices concerns about PayPal stablecoin. And guys, we know the politicians are paid and bought for nothing but puppets. Remember, I wrote about it a long time ago that these big corporations are going to be your new government. And their new employees are the machines. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And lastly, guys, we have the SEC to seek appeal in Ripple case. And guys, the movie continues. And we still have exchanges relisting XRP. And guys, don't forget Gary Gensler's job is to keep kicking the regulation can down the road. So therefore, the fourth industrial revolution in emerging markets rises first. Because we can clearly see the real use cases in crypto. We have Microsoft, all the big corporations, BlackRock, coming into the space. We all know the power of blockchain and AI. So we're starting to see it all come together. But remember, they want the United States behind on purpose. And never forget, we funded all this technology. But guys, don't forget, we have the Bankman case at the end of the year. Then we have Trump at the beginning of 2024, and now we'll have another Ripple case in 2024. But guys, we know the emerging markets are flipping the switch in 2024. So they're definitely going to step up the distractions, so therefore they can move towards the agenda. And then on top of it, guys, we hear those drums are beating. Now we know Ripple, XRP, XLM, Bitcoin, Lightning are not going anywhere. We see them being embedded in the emerging markets, but unfortunately, the masses are asleep. We're in the space. We can see it. But the masses on the outside have no clue. And we know by the time the sheep wake up, the machines would have already taken over the economy. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. But guys, all I have for you, don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.